The new year is upon us, and we start this year even more so than most years with tons of speculation as to where the market's going to go and what this year is going to have in store for us as far as the real estate industry and mortgage interest rates. You've got knucklehead mortgage guys out there promising their realtors that rates are going to be in the 3% again this year. You've got some doom and gloom folks predicting a disaster and how this year is going to be much more difficult than we thought it was going to be, and prices are going to continue to rise and rates are going to continue to stay high. Moral of the story is we don't really know what's going to happen this year. One of my favorite realtors loves to use the phrase, get in where you fit in. And for me, that's what we need to focus on this year. Yes, if you've got a good house at a 2.6 interest rate and really no reason to move other than a little bit of desire to have a cooler backyard, maybe it's still a good time to sit tight and see where things go. But if you have any reason to move, right? If you're pregnant with your third beautiful child and you're living in a 1,500 square foot home, the fact that interest rates might be 6.5 or 6.75, just because it's not pretty doesn't mean that it doesn't make financial sense for you to move. The market is what it is. Yes, you need to buy an appropriate house. You need to get an appropriate mortgage payment so that you can pay your bills and do the things you want to do as a family. But don't let predicting the future get in the way of making a good financial choice. The market most likely will not see a significant decrease in prices this year, according to really everybody that we can listen to. So again, we've said it over and over again, and we're not the only ones. There's a ton of folks out there echoing the same sentiment that once spring comes around, we're likely to see a pretty significant increase in buyer activity, and the market has already swung towards a little bit more of a buyer's market. So if you sit around and wait and want to predict what the future is going to do, and all of a sudden in June you've got to buy a house, you're likely going to be paying a higher price for that house and getting into bidding wars, et cetera, et cetera. So now's a great time. Inventory is sitting a little bit longer. Again, a little bit more of a buyer's market in a lot of areas, and an opportunity for you to take advantage, to be able to negotiate where you haven't before. Yes, interest rates are a little bit higher, as we've said a million times. Marry the house, date the mortgage. You can refinance it in the next year or two or three once rates come down. You've got options to help in the short term with an interest rate buy down. And again, if the sellers are super motivated, like a lot are right now, getting that interest rate buy down and helping yourself with a lower payment for the first 1, 2, or 3 years is a great tool to be able to make the move that you want to make while the market is in your favor as opposed to waiting. So appreciate Facebook and the internet for all that it is, and yet most people are really just throwing a dart at a dartboard. Don't need to listen to that. Listen to what makes sense, make a good choice for you and your family, and just do the right thing for you as opposed to what the general market seems to want to spew on the internet. Hope you have a great new year. My name is Tom King. We are Cornerstone Mortgage. This has not been a great year for the mortgage business, and yet we're still in it. We're still alive. We're not going anywhere, and we're happy to serve you and your family and help you make a great decision in 2025. Cheers.